Welcome to another episode of Free Lead and the Start Now culture. My name is Consulate, and today I am joined by Ange Mumorese.
I'm not here at this interview right now without them. So I feel like they're everything, you know. I think they're number one. You know, you that's the main thing, and then the rest comes and fits into that. Because I think like sometimes if you prioritize your career, money, or projects like as number one, like those things come and go. You can get fired. Your business can go under. COVID showed us that businesses can, but your family, like that's for life. You know, that's my kids are for life. My sister, like the close people I have near me, they're the ones that I think need to be like, you need to pour into that more than anything. You know, and like sometimes I won't lie, like sometimes I don't get that balance always. Like sometimes I'll be like, man, all I've been doing is working on this business all day or for hours. I'm like, I need to go spend time with the kids, or you know. But I know that that's what matters at the end of the day. You know, they don't care like mommy has this or that, mommy has an interview, mommy has this. They just want time with their parents.
No,
you know?
Yes.
So I think in terms of importance, it's number one. Yeah.
What would be your advice that you would give for someone who is who has, in a way, when I leave, I found my calling.
Yeah.
And I believe, honestly, wholeheartedly, this is what God has called me to
I love
do.
it.
And obviously, I am a spiritual human being.
Yeah.
So, like, this is what God has called me to do.
Yeah.
Another way that it's going to go,
Mm-hmm.
what would be your advice that you would give for someone like me who obviously still looking for that or is going through that? What would be your advice?
Yeah,
when you're going through
I
it?
think my advice would be, honestly, enjoy each season. I think sometimes as humans, we're very like, I can't wait for this and I can't wait for that. Like, you know, when you find your man and you get married and then it's like, no, I can't wait for kids. It's like, enjoy your man, enjoy the single, enjoy like each season has pros and cons. And once you have them kids, there's no going back. Like that freedom. So enjoy, like right now it's a gift, it's a blessing. And then I think the more you have, sometimes it's more responsibility, it's more challenges, it's more of other things. So I think it's really good to enjoy like each level to its most, because you don't know, like you could meet that person today and then that's it, that's the end of that kind of chapter of like you doing your own thing, living your own by just you and only responsible for you, and at some point you'll have like other people to consider, and that comes with its like challenges. It also comes with its like it's both good and bad, right? So I think the advice would just be enjoy the season you're in. Life is short. You know, you're gifted and blessed regardless of whatever the things that are out of our control. So I think that, and then also just like not to try to maybe, for me, I feel like I used to try to orchestrate it to happen, you know, like you're saying you want kids, you want to find, you know, make a family, and it'd be like, oh, maybe this person could be it. And like you're kind of like orchestrating it yourself. Next thing you know, you're going through heartbreak or breakups, and it's like you could have left this person alone, but because you know you want to take charge of your life instead of letting God like do that. I think that was a big lesson for me, to just be like, let's just stop trying to orchestrate it. These things are out of our control. They will happen when they happen. It's God's timing, so just enjoy what He's given you. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, like there's always that next thing. Like even now, we have 2, but you know, some people will be like, I really want 3, and then now all you're focusing on is like, I need that 3, I need the, it's like, let me enjoy these 2, let me enjoy the 1, let me enjoy there's always something we can just enjoy instead of feeling like you're waiting for that next thing, you know, so just enjoying that season. I'd say that would be the advice.
Any advice on raising kids?
Girl, I feel like I'm too early in the process, honestly. I've
What
been
have
lucky.
been your learnings though?
Learnings, Lord have mercy on me. Lord.
Just at least one
Father
or two.
God. It's so different to what I expected. It's so different. Like, the actual kids, like, they're amazing. 10 out of 10. Best friends, so cool, love. The responsibility of parenting it is so much work. And I think a lot of people don't share that. They don't want to, like, really share the real struggles. So then when people come into it, they might be like, whoa, this is a huge shock, you know? So I think any advice would be like, get to know as much about it as you can now. Don't wait until later. Like if it was me, I would have loved to have had a bit more preparation, talk to people, you know what I mean? And really be like, what's it really like being a mom? Like really, really like. And then, but people don't do that. They're just like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll figure it out. Like when I'm a parent, I'll know what to do. It'll come naturally. It's like
Yeah.
everything else we prepare for it, but not this.
Not the case.
You know, so
Not the
doing like,
husband.
yeah, what you're doing, ask for advice, you know, ask someone like genuinely, like, what is marriage
Yeah.
really, really like? What is kids really, really like? But I
Yeah.
think overall the responsibility of it, being a parent is huge.
Yeah.
You know, you have someone's life in your hands, right?
Yeah, right.
But then at the same time, like the actual kids, like the fun stuff, it's not just the fun, like the actual children, the joy is 10 out of 10. Like it's so worth it.
Yeah.
But it's also so difficult. So it's like, yeah, it's like the business thing, right? The
Yeah.
rewards are great, but the challenges are just as seriously,
Yeah.
you know, the same scale. But that naive thing we talked about where maybe not knowing all of that is better. Like if you knew the responsibility and the heaviness, maybe it'll scare people to have kids.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I don't know.
you know, but yeah, it's a lot. Like caring for someone, all the things that you do for yourself every day, you now need to make sure someone else, or however many of those little people you have, that entire thing needs to be taken care of for another human being. It's a big
Yeah.
responsibility, but it has so many cool things. Like it's a big joy as well.
I love that.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you
can't
for
wait to
sharing.
see you as a mama and look back at this.
Oh my
That's so
god.
cool.
I think it's one of those things that, like, as you said, just asking for advice.
Yes.
And I'm really like big on that because everyone parents differently.
100%.
And I can say my mom has done an amazing job, but then at the same time I'm like, there's some things that
You want to like correct or change. Yeah.
like it would have been better that way. But then I do not have another human being
Yeah.
responsible for.
You,
so.
yeah, one thing, like you'll start to really appreciate and understand your parents. I'm like, yo, the stuff they were saying was real all along. Like there's food at home, honey. Like
It's
they were
fun.
saying it for a reason. Like
food
you
at
really
home.
start to, it's like, it's a brand new perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you feeling like, are there any challenges in parenting that you're maybe specifically interested to know, or?
I think for me it would just be like I'm open to anything.
Yeah.
Let's just go there.
Yeah.
I'm open to everything. But one of the things that I in a way afraid of, I was not expecting a question from you.
Yeah.
But one of the
Boom.
things that I feel like I probably am afraid of would be I do not want to mess this human being up.
Yeah, that's deep.
And
Yeah.
and I really would want like proper like I guess direction in a way, but I know that it's one of those things that you just have to navigate through. But there have been so many people who have done it generation to generation and generation.
Yeah.
Right? But at the same time, I really want to raise good human beings
100%.
to release them in on this society, right?
100%.
They have to just be good human being and asking people who are good human beings
Yeah.
in my eyes.
Yeah.
I feel like I will take all these little things and be and treasure it because I want to use it. It's like little
100%.
tools
Keep
that I want to
asking,
be.
keep asking. Really do that.
Yeah,
and there's
and-
so many resources out there to get those answers as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And especially if I am like building a business and running a business as a mom, I feel like this is one of the things that will be even more challenging.
Oh, yes.
Be
girl.
running a business and having a family.
Yeah.
And husband.
Because honestly,
and
having a kid,
children,
it's a job in
like-
itself, right?
Exactly.
It's also a job. So then you're having two jobs already. Do you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, it's
and
challenging.
How do you be a good mom and
Yeah.
still be a good mom? Because like I think that's one of the things that in society,
Yeah.
if you're not present all the time, you're not a good mom.
Yeah.
apparently.
But then if
So-
you're not working,
but
you're not
you're working,
providing.
you're
But
not
then there's all
providing,
these
and
things
it's
that
like-
contradict it.
Exactly. So,
It's so difficult. I think for
Yeah.
me, I'm like, do my kids look happy? Like, are they genuinely happy? Then I'm good. Like,
yeah.
their happiness means a lot to me, you know, because they didn't choose to be here. Like, we chose to have these kids, so it's my responsibility to make
my
sure they
choice.
enjoy as much as I can, that they're like enjoying life, you know?
Yeah.
Not just like the being fed and all that. Like, that stuff is necessity, but really, like, is this person enjoying life? And what can I do to help them really enjoy it
Yeah.
and prepare them for what's ahead, you know?
Yeah.
But I think everyone has that, like, am I going to mess these people up? You're like, Lord, let me not ruin this person's life.
Yeah.
But no, we'll be fine. Good people
be
make
good.
good kids, and we're doing our best.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah,
awesome.
that's all you can do. Yeah.
What are some advice you would give to someone that is starting or finding their passion? Because you've seen some stuff.
Yeah.
You've seen, like, especially the people that comes to you
Yeah.
in the studio.
Yeah.
Going back to the studio. What are the consistent things that you keep seeing?
Honestly, there's like a
Others.
difference between people who have ideas and
Yeah.
people who execute it.
Yeah.
And if you want it to happen, you have to execute.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of people who are like, and I want to do this and I want to do that, and then you just never see anything, right?
Yeah.
But you have to actually do it. You have to
Yeah.
sit here, you have to get the people and make it happen and click post, or whatever it is that the idea is, you have to execute it. I think that's one thing I can say I'm good at. Like if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Like I'm not just talking, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So I think the difference is definitely like there's people who think and people who do. So
Yeah.
I think that the advice would just be, if you have that idea, it doesn't have to be perfect. If you want to open a business, if you want to do whatever, like just do it.
Yeah.
And then you'll figure it out. You're not going to get it perfect.
Yeah.
You're not going to be like hit the $1 million business right away,
Yeah.
but you're not going to get to the million without starting.
Yeah.
So the advice would just be start. Don't care what people think. People don't really care that much about you. Like people won't do stuff because they're afraid of how it'll be perceived, right? Like even me posting all those reels, like the workout, posting how much weight I've lost, posting
Yeah.
like I posted all that stuff, and you just
Yeah.
have to be like, honestly, after 5 minutes after someone sees this video, they're just gonna move on with their life. Just post it. It's actually helping others. It's helping me. Don't be like paralyzed by what other people think about you, because it's not that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We make
No.
it this a big thing. It's like,
And it becomes bigger in our
it's
head.
so big. It's so big. It's like, honey, this is a 30-second reel. Like they're either gonna like it or they're not, and they're gonna scroll on. People have busy days. Yeah.
Or they're gonna be like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. No.
Or most of the time, like people are supporters. Like there are not a lot of haters out there. I don't think.
Yeah.
Maybe I just haven't experienced it, but people are gonna support. They're gonna like, click, whatever.
Yeah.
Support, share.
Yeah.
So just give it a go.
What are some of the habits that you have created in your life
Mm-hmm.
to allow you to continue with this purpose of yours?
I think, planning, getting help. Like it's humbling. Like I have to get help with my kids every day. So being humble enough to ask for people for help.
Yeah.
Realizing I don't know everything. So telling people like, hey, how do I do this? Can you teach me? So I think having the habits of learning, getting help, planning, and like now I'm trying to have a habit of more rest, that sleep side of things. I think, sleep is key, honestly. Sleep is key. So that's a habit I'm trying to be a sleepy girl. Yeah.
And you are, like, as I said, like when I met you, it was like through the fitness
Yeah.
that you are doing. How's that going?
Girl, how is that going? Yes. Listen, these kids got me messed up. I don't know. My youngest is 10 months now. So
Yeah.
I'm at the point where soon I can't use him as an excuse as to why. But I feel like I actually genuinely like fitness stuff. Like I like it. Like I
Yeah.
found a way to the kind of exercise that I genuinely enjoy and would love to do. So I still do those things, but it's tricky. Like with
have
kids,
to work with
adjusting
it.
to the
Yeah.
two. I haven't got my rhythm back, but I
Yeah.
miss that rhythm. I miss
Yeah.
it. I really do. So
I hope you find
it's a
it
work
very
in
soon.
progress.
Love it.
It's a work in progress, but the love for it is still there.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to like get those habits and apply a lot of the stuff we're talking about to that as well. Because once you're disciplined in one area, the other areas, it kind of like, it's contagious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yes,
Domino
have
effect,
grace
eh?
with me, okay? All right.
There is a lot of grace, and I think as a mom, you have to give yourself a grace.
You have
be
to.
able
It's yours to give. Yeah.
Yeah, to continue on. Because
Yeah.
otherwise, you end up like blaming yourself. For
Oh,
things
yeah.
That you shouldn't blame yourself.
Yeah.
And really. Yeah.
And it's a natural thing. Like your body's gonna go up and down, up and down. Things happen. Kids, life, moving, this, stress, whatever. These things happen.
Yeah.
So I think giving yourself grace and like
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna ask you something.
Okay.
Do you think you have found your purpose?
I don't attach my purpose to any title personally. I think the purpose that I have is just really understanding myself, knowing myself, being authentic to myself.
Yeah.
Have I done that? I think yes. In terms of that.
Yeah.
But it's not like my purpose to be a photographer or my purpose, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's more like that is so authentic to me and I'm leaning into that. And this is authentic to me, I'm leaning into that. So
Yeah.
to me, the purpose is to know who I am, lean into that. So I'm
Yeah.
doing that.
And you're using your own value as a person
Yeah.
and bringing that in.
into like whatever it is I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I love that.
Although I mean, shit, I'm young. Like there's still there's time to find more and more. I can't say I've like unlocked life or anything. There's a lot to
Yeah.
learn. Yeah.
No, I love that.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Thank you for
sitting
having me.
down with me and doing this. It's been absolutely a privilege talking to you.
Thank you so
And
much.
connecting with you.
Thank you for choosing me. I don't know if it's your very first episode or one of your first. Thank you for choosing me for one of the first episodes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Amazing.
It has been an honor sitting down with Angie Mumoreze and just having this conversation about purpose and what she's doing and diving into her life. If you have enjoyed what we are posting, please make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube and also follow all our social media. On YouTube, find us on Freelete, F-R-I-L-E-T-E, and also on other social media platform, your Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. Please find us. We would like to connect with you and would love to share everything that we're doing. Thank you again for watching.